Hey everyone, Mama Mike here, and today is a quick video. I wanted to go over my DS and 3DS collection. With all of E3 and all the new consoles being announced for Xbox and things like that, I was just thinking about some of my older games I had and thinking about my Nintendo games, and I decided to do a video about my 3DS and DS collection. So starting off, I'm going to go to the DS games first. I'm going to start with the games that I don't have cases for because I buy a lot of my games used, so they're just in this plastic baggie. And so I have got Dragon Ball Origins 2, and I have got Gardening Mama for DS. And these are games that I bought used at GameStop, and they don't give you a case or anything sometimes. So those are in a plastic bag, still very safe because I have one of those Amiibo, it's the question mark cube that like zippers shut. And that's where I keep most of my 3DS and DS games when I'm not actively playing them and switching cases and such. But moving on to the rest of my DS games, so we have got, this is the original Brain Age, which when I first got my 3DS, I never had a DS, I got my 3DS and I just wanted a bunch of cheap games to play on it so I could really try it out. So one of the first things that I picked up was Brain Age. It is a good amount of fun, definitely worth the $1.79 that I paid for it. Next, this is Loving Life with Hello Kitty and Friends. I'm a huge Hello Kitty collector, and so when I first got my 3DS and I saw that they had Hello Kitty DS games, I wanted to pick a few of those up because they were also really cheap. And it's actually a good bit of fun. It's just little mini games and stuff like that, so it's actually a cute little game to play. Next, this is Hello Kitty Big City Dreams. This one is a little bit more involved. You actually go to the big city as Hello Kitty and all your friends live there, and you go on adventures and do activities with them. And so this was another one that I mostly got it because it was cute and because I collect Hello Kitty items, but it actually is a fun little game. Next is Bejeweled 3, another one that's just really good for travel, just very uninvolved, play for 10 minutes, play for 5 minutes. You just pick this up whenever, and it's great for car rides, things like that. When maybe you can't focus as much on a story game, just something to play. Next is one of my favorite games of all my systems. This is Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Saiyans. This game is phenomenal. If you have not played it, I highly recommend it. I ended up getting this on eBay. I found a new copy of it, was thrilled because I just love this game. It is a JRPG. It's amazing. Just having an RPG with all the Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z characters was fantastic. It starts you off with adult Goku, but within the Dragon Ball series. So if you're a DBZ fan but you haven't seen Dragon Ball, this starts a little bit before DBZ, which is nice. It gives you a little bit of what happened there. And then it moves through the Dragon Ball Z story that we know, but it has enough things different that it doesn't feel so repetitive or like I know exactly what's going to happen at every turn. They pepper in enough new things to this game that it changes it up from the TV show. Okay, next is Dragon Ball Origins. I showed you Dragon Ball Origins 2 because that's one of the ones that didn't have a case, but this is Dragon Ball Origins, the original game. Really fun, just little RPG, and I don't like it as much as Attack of the Saiyans, but it is a really good game still, and this goes through the Dragon Ball story. So if you don't know much about that, you can see Oolong on the front when they first meet him in Dragon Ball. If you're not really interested in watching Dragon Ball, but you do want to know a little bit of the story, I do recommend these games. Okay, so that is my DS collection out of the way, and now to my 3DS collection, and this is in no particular order. Starting off, we have Dragon Ball Z Extreme Butoden, a really fun Dragon Ball Z fighting game, has over 100 characters from the Dragon Ball Z universe. This is a lot of fun. My only complaint with this is it doesn't have the American voice cast, and for the most part that's not a problem except for one of my favorite characters, Majin Buu. I can't stand the Japanese voice. It's very strange. It's not cute like the American voice is. I just don't like it nearly as much. So that's my only complaint, is that when I want to play as Majin Buu, I just don't like the voice acting. But for the rest rest of the characters, it's fine. The voices are great, and it's just preference for me. I'm sure anyone else would be fine with the voicing. Okay, next, this is Kirby Planet Robobot. If you're interested in a new Kirby game, this puts a whole new spin on the series. Throughout the game, you get into these different mech suits, and while you're in the mech suit, you can still pick up the powers, just like Kirby does by inhaling people and, taking their power from them. It sounds kind of scary when you think about it, but Kirby is just so cute that, who cares how terrifying he actually is. But if you're looking for a new Kirby game, this puts a whole new spin on the series. Great worlds in this one. The sound design is fantastic. I love the soundtrack that they put in here. It makes the game so lively, and of course it is just so colorful as well. Next is Yoshi's Woolly World, a game that I adore and that I put so much time into. After playing this game on Wii U, I think I prefer it on the 3DS. I just had so much fun playing this game as a handheld, taking it with me wherever I wanted to go. It's just fantastic. I think it really does belong on the 3DS. It's the perfect platform for it, and the additions that they added to this game with the Poochie levels, it just is a really well-rounded out experience on the 3DS. Next is Harvest Moon: A New Beginning, a game that I am still playing. I just can't get enough of it. Although if you saw on my Twitter, I finally got married in this game, and I was all excited because that took a long time. And I had to propose to him. I was a little bit upset. No matter how many presents I gave him, I still ended up having to propose to him. But all that aside, fantastic. If you haven't played a Harvest Moon game in a long time, or if you're a fan of this series but haven't kept up with the new ones, I definitely recommend this one. It's an excellent place to start if you want to get back into the series, or if you've never played any of these games before, this is a great place to start. A lot of improvements over the past games, and while keeping the classic Harvest Moon, what people loved about it, and lots of character customization, things like that. It's a really fun game. If you're interested in a farming kind of life simulator game like this, definitely recommend Harvest Moon: A New Beginning. Next, this is Dragon Ball Fusions. In this game, you create your own hero, and it's an entirely new story within the Dragon Ball Z universe, but you create your own hero, and then along the way, you'll meet classic DBZ characters, and you will fuse them with other characters to create entirely new fighters. It's a really innovative idea, and it's something that really caught my attention when it was announced. Next is Story of Seasons: Trio of Towns. I bought this with the full intention of starting it immediately, and then I thought, wait a minute, I never got married in Harvest Moon: A New Beginning. I went back, started playing that again, still have not started this game. And this is the one that, if you saw my unboxing, it came with the adorable little capybara plush, and remarkably it actually had like a full game manual explaining everything. It's a real manual, explains everything from the game. I thought that was just so unique in 2017, but I still have not gotten a chance to start this. But now that I've gotten my character married in Harvest Moon, I think I can finally put that game to rest and start this one. Alright, next, this is Fire Emblem Awakening, my first entry into the Fire Emblem series, and wow, what a game. It got me hooked onto this series. I'm very excited for the Fire Emblem Warriors game that got announced for the Switch, and then there's another Fire Emblem game that's brand new to the 3DS that I have not picked that one up yet. I just have way too many things to play, but this game, fantastic. If you want to get into the Fire Emblem series, I recommend this as a great place to start. And it just really helps you get integrated into, if you've never played a strategy RPG before, like I had not, this is just the perfect way to get into it. And there's all of these throughout the game. You get these little bonus levels that will help level up your characters and everything, but you can also replay those levels, and you can try out the battles again, try out different character formations for your party. It really lets you just experiment and try things outside of the main story missions. And then as well, it really helps you get used to the strategy RPG elements if you've never played one before. On to the next little stack. This is Cooking Mama Sweet Shop. I am loving, loving, loving this game. and it is just so much fun. This is the Cooking Mama game that I was waiting for. The entire game is sweets, so it just adds a little bit more fun, you know, rather than cooking up regular meals. Having an entire game focused around cooking sweets, and those little teddy bear pancakes are my favorite thing in the game. They're just adorable. If you are interested in the Cooking Mama games but haven't played one in a while, I really do recommend this one. It's got 60 all new recipes. It's got, I think, like 140 mini games. A lot of them are new to this game, and a lot of them are old favorites returning from past games. But it just feels really refined over the past Cooking Mama games. If you liked those games in the past but haven't played one in a while, I think it'd be worth it to give this one a shot. Next is Super Mario 3D Land. This game just feels so great on the 3DS. This is like a full home console Mario game made for the 3DS. It is an excellent title. If you love the Mario games and missed out on this one, I highly recommend it. It's an excellent game to pick up and play anytime. It's one of those games that you'll always want to keep in your 3DS case ready to play because it's just something, it's so charming, just like all the Mario games. There's just something about it that's so enchanting, and they truly did make it perfect for the 3DS. Next, this is Animal Crossing New Leaf. Oh my goodness, I could talk for hours about this game. It's one of those games that if you've never played Animal Crossing, this is an excellent way to try it out. Having this game available to be portable, you'll get the most out of it because Animal Crossing is a game that you can play for 15-20 minutes at a time. You don't have to sit down and play it all at once. So having it portable, it really just plays into that. And it's an excellent game in the series. I've played some of the past Animal Crossing games, and this one being on a handheld console does not hold it back. It's just as good as the GameCube and the Wii iterations of the game. If you liked those games but never tried out this one, I definitely recommend it. Alright, next is Mario Kart 7 in that red case that I love. I wish they would do more of these red cases. I just think it looks so sharp with the white. Reminds me of candy canes, and that reminds me of Christmas, and that's why I'm so happy with these cases. But all that aside, excellent Mario Kart game. Really feels great on the 3DS, and this is one that also on the 3DS XL looks excellent. It just plays so well, and it just, to me, this does hold up alongside the console versions of Mario Kart. This is just an excellent version of the game. And thinking of this, I realized that somewhere I have the Mario Kart for DS, but I have no idea where it could be right now. I actually think I may have lent it to my roommate, so that might be why I don't have it, because I know it doesn't have a case, and usually one of us is keeping it in our 3DS case, you know, because it's got the little game slots in it. But I do have the DS version of Mario Kart. I'll just add that onto the collection. Next, this is Pokemon Sun, a game that, no surprise, I still have not started. I know, I'm horrible. But I really thought I would start this game immediately. I said, as soon as I get this game, I'm gonna start it. And that just didn't happen. But still very important to me. I'm definitely going to get to this game. I love the Pokemon games. I just haven't had time yet. And lastly, we have got Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. Fight anytime, anywhere. This is a game that is excellent for bringing on car rides, for travel. It's just something that you never really get bored of it. You can have so many different matchups because of all the characters that are available to you, all the stages that are available, whether you want to play with the power-ups or without. You'll just have so much fun on this game. It is excellent for travel, and this is the epitome of a game that play a match, turn off your 3DS, just play this whenever you want. It's a great game to have in the collection. So that was a quick run through of my DS and 3DS collection. Let me know in the comments below if you have any of the same games that I do, or what your favorite DS and 3DS games are. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!